Hi everybody, welcome to my Big Tidy Up. My name's DeDe. Thanks for checking out my channel today. Now today, here's what I got going on. Today, I've got a lot going on, and this video is going to be a little bit all over the place, but that's how my day is going to be, a little bit all over the place, and I'm just going to take you right along with me. Now, I've got some cleaning I need to do, some organizing I need to do, I've got some shopping I need to do, some errands I need to do, and I've got a few decor pieces that I'm going to be transforming today in my home. Some pieces I'm going to completely try to make over. Some pieces I'm just going to kind of clean up and refresh a little bit, and you're going to be right along with me to see how it all works out. I appreciate you joining me today. So without any further ado, let's get this day started and let's get tidy. I have several things on my list today, but one thing I did want to make sure I got done was to drop off some donations. Now, I did a declutter in my last video. It really was unplanned. I need to get those things taken care of, and I have this box from a previous declutter that I haven't dropped off yet because, well, I was out of boxes. So now that I have some boxes, I've loaded it up. I'm going to load up the new items and get those taken care of today.
We are kings of the world, and anywhere it's homebound, we are kings of the world. And tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world, and anywhere it's homebound, we are kings of the world.
There are several places in my community that accepts donations, and really depending on the items I have determines where I take them. There are sometimes I have certain items that I know that are more beneficial to a woman's shelter or the senior center. Now this place is clear across town, but they do make it easy. You just take the items to the back door, ring the bell, and they take them in. Now off to the library. Now I used to hesitate about donating items because I thought, well, what if my items aren't nice enough? Or maybe someone might think they're junky. But I had to stop that stinking thinking because it was stealing my joy of giving. Are all of my donations perfect? Well, probably not, but that's not for me to decide. The organizations can determine what's usable. So if you've ever thought like I did, I just encourage you to consider donating items because somewhere, someone can use your things. Good thing I need to get to Walmart or I'd so be going through these free books right now.
And tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world, and anywhere it's homebound, we are kings of the world. And tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world, and anywhere it's homebound, we are kings of the world.
Oh my goodness, have you guys seen these before? I have never seen them, but they look like little flowered circles of happiness. I love Everything Bagel seasoning. Well, I should say I love the Walmart version of Everything Bagel. I'm going to have to try them because I just don't see how they can be bad. Let me know if you've seen these or if you guys have tried them.
You only make you feel like you could never leave. Do the same, we can't go back. This is all we need. Follow me.
I only needed a few things from the store, but a few of those things were necessities, so I had to go. Now, I do like going to the grocery store first thing in the morning. I like to get in, get out, get it done, but especially today because I want to do a spring simmer pot, and I needed some lemons for that, and I also need the lemons for some other things too. Yes, I'm putting my extra grocery sacks in a Clorox wipes container, but it's empty, and it is such a convenient way to keep all of your extra sacks. It keeps them all condensed, and it's easy just to pull one out if you need it. Well, I've got everything out for my simmer pot, and today I'm going to be using this little mini crock pot. Now, you definitely don't have to have a little mini crock pot to do a simmer pot. Actually, the majority of the time, I do it right here on the stove in a little saucepan. It works great. It's just that today I have a lot of little projects. I'm going to be upstairs for a while, and I don't want to have to worry about babysitting it, or maybe that it'll run dry or adding water. So I'm just going to use the mini crock pot. And what I'll be adding in today are just a few slices of lemon, some of this imitation vanilla flavoring. I don't use the good stuff. We're just going for the smell, not the taste. A few drops of lavender and water, and it is going to smell amazing. And most of the lemons I'm going to put in here are just going to be the little ends, the little heels, because I want to slice some lemons to make lemonade and have lemons for sun tea that I'm going to make later on. When I make my simmer pots, regardless of the season, I never really measure anything. But today, just for reference, I probably put in almost 1/4 cup of the vanilla. I really do like the vanilla. 5 or 6 drops of lavender essential oil. And if you count up all of the little ends and slices of the lemons that I put in, it's probably the equivalent of a full large lemon. You know, a simmer pot never has to be an exact science. But I will say I do love the combination of the lemon, vanilla, and lavender. But if you don't have any lavender essential oil or anything like that, another great combination for a spring simmer pot is lemon, vanilla, and rosemary. And it doesn't matter if it's fresh or dried. You put those 3 things together and I promise it will smell amazing. Now I'm going to run my simmer pot with the lid off because even though my ingredients are very light and fresh, I want to be able to smell it even when I'm upstairs working. Well, before I head upstairs, I do want to take just a minute and work on this cabinet, and I do have something to show you. Now, I know you're probably thinking, what are you doing with this cabinet? You were just in here not that long ago. I decluttered it, I organized it, I set up a system, and for the most part, the system is working great. Remember, this cabinet I kind of set aside for greenery. Over here, the smell good cabinet, it's still looking fine, and the middle was decor. Well, it is a little bit messy because when Easter came, I put the everyday decor in here, then I cleaned up the Easter and I was digging around to put other decor back out. So it does need tidied up, but that's really not the issue. Here's the issue. You guys remember this when I did this? When I decluttered this closet or this cabinet, I said if I didn't use this by March 2nd, I would throw it away or do something with it or donate it. Well, we all know it's long past March 2nd. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take these and I'm going to paint them white, because when I did the balcony makeover and I painted a lot of things white, I loved how it looked up against our siding. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint these white today, and then when I do the patio makeover, I'm going to use them. If I don't, then I'm going to donate them, or if they paint up terrible, I guess I'll put them in the trash. But that's what I'm going to do today, after I organize this and get it back in order.
Going all to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. You like the fast life, you like to drive and get down and dirty, act like the bad guy. You want some love, be like when you feel it calling at midnight. You got the best of me, you got me losing sleep. I've been hopeful, baby, I was hoping maybe that you cross my path. I've been thinking bad, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances, empty-handed?
Even though I was ready to get upstairs, I thought it might be a good idea to go ahead and get the pieces painted early so they would have time to dry. And when I need to paint something, I check my wind chimes to see how windy it is. Well, since they had blown off the tree, it was a no-go for painting, so I had to come back to it, but I do get it done. Okay, friends, I mentioned earlier that this video was going to be all over the place because the things I needed to do today were all over the place. Well, one thing I want to take care of is this luggage. Now, if you are someone that sprays and wipes down your luggage after every time you take it out, that is awesome. I am not that person. Please don't come for me. It has been a while since I've done it. And what has prompted this is I just saw a video the other day and they had a black light on luggage. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to go into the gory details. It was horrible. We'll just leave it at that. And it was people that had taken their luggage through the airport, but it was people that were just using their luggage to go see family members. It was terrible. The handles, the wheels, the things you pick up that you don't even think you're picking up. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to spray the inside with Lysol, let it air out. I'm going to clean all of the outside with Clorox wipes, and we'll see how it does.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, it feels so nice. We time.
Now, I will be honest with you guys, this did take me a lot longer than I thought it would. I had delusions of grandeur. I thought I'd just roll the suitcases out, wipe them down real quick with the Clorox wipes, give them a little spray, and I'd be on with my day. But it did take me a while to do it, and I did want to be thorough because I told you guys I watched that video, and it was kind of a game changer in my mind. That video mentioned that an average item of luggage comes in contact with 80 million bacteria per journey. 80 million. Now, I know I didn't get them all today, but surely I got a few. Well, I've got everything wiped down. They've been sprayed, disinfected. So I think I'm just going to let them air out here for a few minutes. But I am going to go in and just spray kind of my cloth and canvas bags with some Lysol just to kind of disinfect them a little bit. But I did want to show you, here are the Clorox wipes. Don't look too bad until you put it up against a clean Clorox wipe. So it definitely was a job that needed to be done. Well, I had a couple of things I wanted to accomplish upstairs. One was to take care of the luggage, and the second thing is here in the bathroom, and it has to do with my bamboo pieces. Now, I do have bamboo scattered throughout the whole bathroom. I really like it. I have some on my vanity. It's in good shape. I have the lids for my little containers for bath salts and bath bombs. It's fine. I've got these pieces over here, the tissue box, and this Lazy Susan. And you know, they're kind of safe over here. They don't see a lot of water or anything like that. And I really just keep this candle in this little box over here. So they look like they did the day I bought them. The thing is, it's the two over here by the bathtub. Now this Lazy Susan was bought the same day that this Lazy Susan was bought. And you can tell because I'll be in the bathtub, I'll reach back with a wet hand to grab something. I've got some watermarks. It's just looking dull. So I want to kind of take care of it today. And then I have my tray here as well. And it's got the same thing. No matter how careful you are, water gets on it. It's by the bathtub. So I do want to go ahead and refreshen this tray and this Lazy Susan. Now, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. What I think I'm going to do are kind of follow some instructions that were with this tray when I bought it. And I'm going to use the same thing, do the same method for the Lazy Susan, and we'll see how it turns out.
Self-release, you have unchained me.
Well, I've got everything out for the first step of the process. Now, basically, the instructions on the tray said to take the tray, you're going to wash it with a mild dish detergent, let it thoroughly dry. Then you're going to take a low oil base furniture polish and lightly go over it, and it should restore the luster. The issue is I don't have what they call a mild dish detergent. I have the Dawn Power Wash, and then from Costco, I have the Kirkland's dish soap, and it says 4 times the grease cutting power, so I'm thinking that's probably not a mild dish soap. So that's what I've got. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the Dawn Power Wash, just use it sparingly, then I'll let it dry, and then we'll do the next step.
You're giving me just what I need. No time for riddles. You're in the middle of my self-release. 'Cause you have unchained me. You have unchained me. You have
Well, I did what they said. I washed it. We'll let it dry and come back to it. But now I'm going to go ahead and paint. And the wind did get better, but it was still a little breezy. So instead of painting where I normally paint, I painted over by the shed, and hopefully I didn't get any overspray on anything.
the place is grown all wide. 'Cause I don't know if it'll be enough, or if they really care. There's a stairway down for the both of us, but let's not go there.
Well, between coats of paint, I've been coming in and kind of rotating this tray to make sure it's good and dry. I actually could have just taken it outside and let the wind dry it, I guess. But I think it's about good to go. The Lazy Susan is dry, and I do think a little furniture polish on this will make it clean up real nice. This tray, however, I am doubtful that just a little bit of furniture polish is going to revitalize this, but it's all right. I'll give it a try. While I wait and give it just a few more minutes to make sure it's good and dry, I am going to go ahead and do my laundry that needs folded, and then I'll try the furniture polish. Worst case scenario, it doesn't improve it that much, but at least the tray has been cleaned.
Minds begin to shrink when everyone is too afraid. Your hope eventually sinks. 'Cause I don't know if it'll be enough, or if there's a way out. There's a stairway down for the both of us, but I won't have it. I don't know how we got here. Oh my, I think we better run.
I started out by just spraying the cleaning cloth with the furniture polish because, sometimes when you spray something that's real porous, it'll stain it, and they recommend that you just spray your cloth. So that's how I started out. But after I tried it out on the back of each piece, it was just fine, and I just started spraying everything directly, trying to get it done.
Can't stay no longer in this. I don't wanna waste no time. Feel it coming now. It's a sign. Never felt like this in my life. Not waiting a minute. Awaken my spirit.
Okay, friends, I brought the pieces upstairs. I've got the natural light, the bright lights on, and look at the results. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand corrected. It worked. Now, this Lazy Susan wasn't as bad as the tray, but it was definitely not looking good. And if I didn't have these pieces on here, you wouldn't be able to tell which one was which. They both look brand new. I cannot believe how that cleaned up. But the biggest shocker is the tray. The tray looks so great. I can't believe it. I really can't. I mean, it doesn't look brand new, but it looks pretty darn close. And all I did was use the Dawn Power Wash and furniture polish like they told me to do. This says the home store. I got this from the Dollar Tree. I don't even know how long I've had it. It's just good old furniture polish. Orange cleans and restores and conditions wood. Well, I guess it does, because look at it. It looks so good. I am so happy with the results, so I'm going to put everything back and then head back downstairs.
I got this boy on my mind that I can't live without. Oh, his eyes are killing me. And he keeps talking about everything that he likes, and I can't stop listening. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time, all the time. And my heart's beating fast.
Well, now that I'm done painting, the wind, of course, is completely gone, but I thought you guys might like to see the final results. They turned out so nice, even though it did take me half the day from start to finish because of the wind. I am really excited to do the patio makeover now, and I'm really hopeful that I can incorporate these into that makeover. I get to mark it off my list today, and actually I just have mopping to do, and my list is done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts, when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Oh, the way that I feel, yeah, I know that it's real, 'cause I can get him out of my head. I don't care what we do, everything's feeling new. Even if we stay in bed, my heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him na 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 na. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want.
Well, Tidy Uppers, that's it for today. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me as I try to navigate through mine. I appreciate you being here. Please take care of yourself, and until we meet again in the next one, stay tidy.